Hello, this is Mike with TCAT's Deep Vinyl Tracks, here to do another recent find video, and this is to try to help catch up with the last 8 months, some things that I've found in thrift stores and that I bought brand new or very, close to new, near mint. And I've got some CDs to show and some vinyl this time. So sit back and enjoy. I hope you enjoy this. This I don't know if any of you have ever made a recording before, got through the entire thing and then realized you weren't recording it. Well, that's what happened. So I've already recorded this once. I'm going to try it again. First of all, as far as CDs, I've been picking up everything that I've found by this artist lately, and well, over the past couple of years at least. And here's another one that I haven't had in my collection, Tom Waits' Blood Money. Another great album by Tom Waits. I've really become very interested in his music and kind of a latecomer to his music. This is a release from 2002. And so there's another one to add. Comes with a cool booklet with the lyrics and some nice pictures inside. All these cost anywhere from $1 to $3. So Robert Plant's Carry Fire. This is one of his more recent solo CDs from 2017. And great stuff where he tries a little different approach to music. Not the poppy sound, more of a psych sound, I guess. Comes with a lyric booklet. So that's cool. And we've got a band here that I've been following when I can, and you don't see them around often, so of course I grab anything I find by them. A post-rock band. I consider them more of a loud noise rock plus experimental band called Battles. This album comes from, I'm not sure what year it comes from. It's called Mirrored. And it opens up like this. You can see all their different instruments there. The track listing. And a cool poster tucked away inside here, if I can get it out of there. Again, just showing their band setup. Folds out even more. I've got it sideways, upside down, and everything else. There you go. Okay. So, good band. If you're into that experimental music, I think they'd be worth you checking them out if you haven't already. This is one I haven't listened to yet. I don't know much about the band. They've been called heavy metal, kind of a progressive heavy metal. The name of this album is Thrice, and this is the Alchemy Index, Volumes 1 and Volume 2. There's Volume 3 and 4, but this combines the first two volumes, which is Fire and Water. And I really like the packaging on this, which is one of the main reasons I got it. But I picked it up, and of course it was only $3, so that helps too. And I thought I'd give it a try. The booklet in the middle has some really cool artwork, as you can see. Some nice designs in that. So anyway, we'll give it a try, see how it goes. David Bowie's Black Star, picked up a copy of that. I haven't got on vinyl yet, so this will have to do until I do get it on vinyl. Also comes with a lyric booklet and some artwork that's maybe a little too dark to show. Probably won't show up very well. Big fan of Fleet Foxes. Picked up this Helplessness Blues album, which for some reason I hadn't owned previously. So I got it on CD for now. And go. Just a lot of writing in the middle. Great band. I really enjoy Fleet Foxes, so glad to find that until I do get the vinyl. Another band along that, or another artist along that same lines. One you don't hear about very often, at least in his solo work, is M. Ward. I'm a big fan of M. Ward. I love his music. I have heard several of his songs. It's kind of acoustic, but he does add a lot of more elements into his music than just acoustic guitar. And he also usually has a lot of guests on his albums. He was one of the 3 members of the supergroup Monsters of Folk, which had Jim James from My Morning Jacket and Conor Oberst from Bright Eyes along with him. And he also plays the guitar, does the guitar work behind Zoe Deschanel for the project She and Him. A lot more people have heard of that, but this is his solo, one of his solo albums. Duet for Guitars #2 is what this is called. And he actually has several solo albums out there. Now this CD I picked up because I'm a big admirer of Brian Eno. I've never seen this one before. Fractal Zoom. It's a maxi single, and it has 12 mixes of the track Fractal Zoom. Now you might think that's crazy to have 12 mixes of the same song, but knowing Brian Eno, they're probably so different from each other you would never notice. Excited to get this one, give it a listen. I think Brian Eno's genius, so there's that. One with cool packaging again, the Rolling Stones. This is from a concert in December 11th of 1968. The album's called Rock and Roll Circus. And this was actually a show that was put on back then where several other guests were appearing, and it has Mick Jagger, Keith Richards, Charlie Watts, and several others introducing the different bands as they come on. A song from each one of those bands, plus there's several live songs by the Rolling Stones. But you got Jethro Tull, The Who, Taj Mahal, Marianne Faithfull, and the Dirty Mac along with Yoko Ono. This will be the first time you'll hear her name in this video. You'll hear it one more time later. Anyway, I thought it looked like an interesting collection, and one that I hadn't seen before, so I grabbed it. And I can get this open. The CD in the middle is quite colorful. Nice looking CD, and a quote on the side that says, "For a brief moment it seemed that rock and roll would inherit the earth." David Dalton, 1995. And last but not least, for $3, a lot of people know what this is just by looking at it. The lady at the counter had no idea this was even a CD. She said, looked at it and said, "What is this?" But yeah, of course, it's Tool, 10,000 Days. And has the little glasses on the front, though these are a little bit scratched, so I don't know if things look different through the brand new ones. But of course, it comes in with all this artwork on the inside that I don't know what the glasses are supposed to do to it, because I don't get any effect out of it. But anyway, there it is. What's important is music. Tool's 10,000 Days. All right, that's it for the CDs. Let's get into some vinyl now. I've got some of these that I found in thrift stores, first of all. And a really nice copy, even though there's somebody's autograph on the front of it. Margie decided to give us her autograph, which is cool since the record only cost $3. It's the Songs of Leonard Cohen, one of my favorite Leonard Cohen albums. It has the song Marianne on it, and or So Long Marianne, and I gotta cheat. Suzanne, I couldn't think of her name. Suzanne, another, but great album. I think it's a good one for people that are not too familiar with Leonard Cohen. Once again, it's on an original on the Columbia 2i, and that's upside down. There you go. So that's cool to have, and it's in really good shape. Also for $3, Savoy Brown Skin and Bones. There you go. It's hard to keep the glare off of these. There's the back of it. And comes on this really cool red London label. Excellent shape. Good album. One of those that if I didn't know a lot about them back in the 70s when they were around, but now I'm picking up anything I find by them. Very, very good blues-oriented band, blues rock-oriented band, I should say. Their album Skin and Bone. Yeah, I'm a big fan of UB40. Don't laugh, but Rat in the Kitchen. Found this one. You know, you can't beat getting UB40 for $3. I'll take that anytime. So there's that one. Great album I've heard before, of course, including the title track, Rat in the Kitchen. There's the inner sleeve. Lyrics with cool artwork on the back. And there's the label. Back in the 70s, and probably early 80s, I guess, when New Wave was starting to come out, you were starting to hear a lot of bands with tons of synthesizer. Ronnie Montrose had his own band, blues rock oriented band, but he also wanted to do put together a band that was louder than this, that also had synthesizer in it, and he came up with the group Gamma. I had this album on 8-track way back in the day and really loved it, and I've had a hard time finding it, but I finally ran across it in a thrift store for $3. Louder, it's a lot louder than some of the Montrose albums, and there's a lot more synthesizer on it, but even with the synthesizer, it still gives that heavy, hard sound to the music. And there's the red Electra label that it comes on. Inner sleeve. Cool picture of the band. And then other notes on the back with the track listing. Again, earlier I mentioned I really love Brian Eno's music. I highly respect him as a musician. And this one, I'd never seen this collaboration by Brian Eno before. So I was kind of surprised when I seen it there sitting with the usual, you know, used records sitting there for $3. And I'd never heard of this collaboration before. So I looked at the record and I thought, Eno. I had to look it up to make sure it was Brian Eno, and sure enough it was. This is an album called Cluster and Eno. Cluster is, I believe, a two-man band, and they collaborate with Brian Eno on this one. They actually put 2 albums out with that collaboration. This is the first one. Really good. I really enjoy this. You know, it's mostly instrumental. It's the got the ingenuity of Brian Eno's music. Just great stuff, and pleasant surprise to pick that one, especially when everything else there looked awful. on the Sky label. Beautiful, clean. And cool. It's good to add to the Brian Eno collection that I'm slowly building up. Now for some new stuff. I've got a lot of Ryan Adams albums, and this is one I didn't have that I've been looking for a while. And yes, I know I probably could have ordered it, but I found it just out in the wild. New copy of this. It had been opened, but I don't think it's ever been played. And it's the Ryan Adams Gold album. Ryan Adams Gold. There you go. And a lot of people consider this more of a commercial effort. I don't know. I think it's great. It's got a lot of great songs on there. It's a double album. So all four sides are filled with great songs. His big hit, When the Stars Go Blue, was more of a hit for a country artist, I believe. But he does an excellent job on it here, and this is the first time I believe it was recorded. You've also got New York, New York on here, Answering Bell, the great song The Rescue Blues, Wildflowers, Goodnight Hollywood Boulevard, Rosalie Come and Go, The Bar is a Beautiful Place. Great collection of songs by Ryan Adams. I think this was his second, I believe, his second solo album. And the vinyl, the labels are just symbols from cards, playing cards, diamonds, hearts, spades, and I got that backwards, spades and clubs. So that's cool. Try to get that one. Now, a while back I mentioned to Brian from Embryonic Robot that I had a connection that he may or may not have heard of that Morrissey had with a band that you probably wouldn't expect. Maybe he has heard of it, I don't know. I'd be curious to find out. But it is numbered, so I know there was only so many copies of it. There it is. 3366, 3966 is the number out of I don't know how many. But I was excited to get this one when I seen it. I just had to pick it up because I'd never heard of it before. But it's the Ramones. It's curated by Morrissey. So there you go. Morrissey curates the Ramones. And this has, of course, some hits that you would expect. The photo on the back is handpicked by Morrissey also. There's that. Nice picture. And of course you've got the usual hits like Sheena is a Punk Rocker. What else? I Want to Be Sedated. Blitzkrieg Bop. Rock and Roll High School. They're all on here. But then there's some not quite so well known Ramones songs like Carbona Not Glue. Beat on the Brat. Teenage Lobotomy. Pinhead. Anyway. Quite a good collection there. It's really cool because the inside has got the flags, and there's the sticker. So I did buy this one brand new. And show you the label. You got the flag on one side. Look at all those tracks on there. Even with all those tracks, the sound is really good on this. And there you go. Some songs handpicked and curated by Morrissey, by the Ramones. By now, this is a band I think a lot of people have heard of, Envy of None. There's the artist lineup. You've got Alex Lifeson in this band ever since the unfortunate breakup of Rush. This is his band that he's put together. It's more, I guess, pop oriented. It doesn't sound much at all like Rush, even though there is some great guitar work on here. It's not what you've come to expect from Rush's guitarist, but great stuff. I think it's well worth picking up if you find it for a good price somewhere. Inner sleeves. And there's the label with the track listing, which you probably can't read because it's so small. I can barely read it myself, and I'm old. And last of all, 10-inch single that I wanted to show. Really happy to get this one. Been a big fan of Les Claypool for a long time, though unfortunately I haven't had anything on vinyl by him. I finally got this. The Claypool Lennon Delirium. Les Claypool along with Sean Lennon. John Lennon's son, of course. And this is a 4-track EP, 10-inch, not a single, but there are 4 songs on it. All covers: Astronomy Domine, originally by Pink Floyd; Boris the Spider, originally by The Who; The Court of the Crimson King, originally by King Crimson, of course; and Satori, originally done by the Flower Traveling Band. Flower Traveling Band was recommended by Sean's mother, Yoko Ono, and she was familiar. She knew the members of the band, of course, so she suggested they put that on there, and they do an excellent job of all 4. Believe it or not, well, if you've heard Les Claypool's covers before, you probably know kind of what to expect here. But Sean Lennon adds a very good dimension to Les Claypool's music. They're the only 2 people playing on this record, and it's, of course, you can see the really cool clear vinyl with the green splotches on it. Nice little gimmick, and it works for me. So there you go. Love that. They've, of course, got a couple of full-length albums out, and check them out if you haven't heard them. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll shut her down at that point. I already went way over, which I always seem to do. Sorry about that, but thank you for hanging in there, and thank you for watching my video. Make sure you subscribe, because YouTube always looks good with lots of subscribers. And yeah, like the video. All right. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later.